Crowd the ref, beat on my chest, might get a tag. What you expect? They know I'm a dog, I go at their neck. I go at their neck, the screen on reject, I'm leaning them left. I'm in with the left, but I'm snatching them right. About to take flight, yikes. 94 feet, you full court press, don't impress. Move like a vet, I got them upset, yeah. Stress, 3 so wet. Make a head coach, switch up the defensive set, that's better than stretch. Stay your film, get you some rest. Ballin' since a little one from a pee-wee, I been elite. Been a walking bucket, high school highlights all on TV. From the Julie to a new league, you barely hooped in PE. Killer kinda skinny like a team at Oop the VC. They in beast mode. Walking cheat code. This shit easy. Like a free throw. They talk real hoops. 94 feet though. They talk real hoops. 94 feet though.
All right, it's your boy Skinny the Pebble.
I'm your boy Cam Tatum, man, and we got a special guest coming all the way based out of Tucker High School, man. One of our little brothers, man, Manny Atkins. Manny Atkins.
What's going on? What's up, fellas?
What's going on, Manny?
Hey, man, glad to be here, man.
Bro, we got a little bro on this. We got a little bro on the tube, man. What's going on, bro? How you doing? How you living? How you been?
Man, I'm good, man. You know, I'm glad I was able to get in with y'all guys, man. I know it's been a while. We've been trying to put this together, man, but I'm glad we was finally able to, make it work.
Hey,
yes,
man, I'm
sir.
telling you,
yes, sir.
We'll make this thing special, man. You the first one from the crib, man, to come on the show, man. You know, we got a long line of Tucker legends, man, but you the first one to come on the show, man. So I just wanted, man, just shout you out, man. Appreciate you, man. And we want to make sure too, man, that we give you your flowers, man, because me and Cam, we have our back conversations on, who did what at Tucker, Tucker legends. But I gotta poke the bear a little bit, right? Killer. I think, man, he got something to say about that all-time Tucker scoring record, though, man. I think he might have something to say on that, Killer.
He might, man. He might. I mean, I know I get a lot from him, and not him necessarily, but from LeBerry. LeBerry don't want to relinquish that as well. LeBerry said he's the all-time.
He tell everybody that.
Yeah, he tell everybody he's the all-time leading scorer. So we got
to tell you.
We got to get that in the books and get that good.
I was looking at the numbers, Killer. Now, I don't have the exact number in front of me, but at one point, especially at the school, man, you were the for a single season, you had the record. You put up like 600 and some points in a season, right? But your boy Manny, man, I'm just gonna tell you, man.
Is that accurate? Because I'm not gonna lie, man. When I go back and look at the record books, I see this dude named Bob Ball. Bob Ball was putting up 50.
Bob was doing something back then,
Bob
man.
Ball was putting up 50s at Tucker. And so it's hard 50s? For me to 50, Manny. Like I think he put up like a 47-point ball and then like a 50 ball one game, if I'm not mistaken.
What was his?
He was like in the 60s or something like that.
Averaging? Like, what was he averaging a game?
Oh man, I gotta go back.
Oh no, Cal, we're gonna get Cam up there, get to the books.
Yeah. I gotta go back and look. I knew it was something on that alumni page that recently. Let me go back and check this alumni page that had something up about Bob Ball.
And say Bob Ball was getting down. I mean, I hadn't seen that name a lot with Bob Ball, man. But man, I'm just telling Killer though. Hey man, your senior year, well, you put up 713 points, man. And so in one season. In one season. So look, while Cam doing that, man, I know you stepped on the Tucker. So we missed each other. Because Cam freshman year was my senior year. But I would always come back, you know what I'm saying, because Cam was there, you know what I'm saying? And Cam being my brother, man, I made sure that, I stayed close to the school, man. Like I said, I love everything about Tucker, man. I still pop up there, you know what I'm saying, now. And I remember Cam was like, hey, man, they got this young guy coming in, when he put it together, we're gonna be right, just talking about you, man. So I think the first team you was on, that was the Final Four team, man. So can you just talk about your experience, man? And just because you were behind some greats, man, some guys that just so man, what was your experience, man, especially going like your freshman year, being a part of that Final Four team?
I ain't gonna lie, man. Like coming in, first off, like from the beginning, I like coming in from 8th grade, I already seen what they had, what Cam and was doing up there, Cam, Damian. So off the rip, I was already, my homeschool's like Redan. You know what I'm saying? So I was supposed to go to Redan, but I told I just seen the program and how it was going. And at that time I was playing with the Celtics, one of the top AAU teams in Georgia at that time. And I knew Cam and all of them. That was, I didn't know them personally, but I always went to go see them boys play. And I was like, man, that's the program I want to be in. You know what I'm saying? So when I came in, I ain't gonna lie, Cam took me right under the wing, like made me feel comfortable from day one. Like that's what bought my comfortability. I'm like, all right, shit. He that guy here, and he bringing me in. You know what I mean? He bringing me in like I'm his brother. You know what I'm saying? So from then on, coming behind him and Damian, I ain't had nothing else but I had to come in with some type of game with myself. You know what I'm saying?
That was crazy that it comes full circle, because the guy that you looking at on their screen was the exact same guy that did that for me. When I got to Tucker, Skinny took me under his wing. I was the freshman and Skinny was the senior. And I even had some of the senior guys that, they're going to remain nameless, but they didn't really too much care for me, especially as a freshman coming to play.
Right.
And Skinny never allowed that to play a factor, especially in my mind. He always wanted me like Rook. That's what they called me. Called me Rook. Don't let that phase you. Don't let that get to you, man. They just whatever it was. So I learned that from Skinny. I learned that aspect of being a big brother, looking out for the young guy from Skinny. I thought that was cool. I did it because I thought it was cool. Like, damn, okay, I got somebody that's now looking up to me, and look what I turned out to be by having somebody like Skinny look out for me. So I just felt like
that.
You need that. That's how you pay
Everybody need that.
Going. So
because you can come in there and you got a whole bunch of folks that's like really pushing you away, making you feel like an outsider, and you just like, damn, I can't get my vibe out in this joint. You know what I mean? I can't get my groove. Niggas don't even really focus.
The position that you were in as a freshman, coming in, trying to get your foot down, trying to figure it out. I was the same way, especially you had size. You had a similar size. You was actually bigger than me. So I was like, yeah, you got a chance. So, I wanted to keep the tradition going. I wanted to be able to come back and watch you play and stuff, all of that. So
now Cam, me and you had this conversation because I got that hotline bling. So me and you had the conversation, Cam, because of course, that team goes to the Final Four. And one of the things that you said, if you don't mind me sharing with Manny, but you was just like, if we played Manny a lot more, and if Manny would have played that game, man, we probably would have beat Douglasville that game. And we would have went to the state championship and beat, Columbia. I know that's a conversation, Cam, that me and you had amongst ourselves, man. So, Cal, you want to elaborate on that, man, based on what you seen in Manny at that time, where you felt like, hey, he would have been the missing piece, like you would have got your state championship ring if Manny would have came through.
I remember that game too. Ooh, I remember that game.
I don't know how to say it in the sense of when I feel like that I'm not trying to speak bad about other players and stuff like that. There was some guys. There were some guys that, for sure that I thought that Manny could at least got 10, 15 minutes in the game to help us a little bit. I just with his size, Manny was off that football field. So Manny, was a little, he was used to that physicality. It wasn't like that.
Hold on. Time out. Manny, hold on. Now, I don't know how that missed me.
I was a problem on the football field. I played football first before basketball.
He was a football player first. And I think the only reason why, now you can correct me if I'm wrong, I think the only reason why Manny stopped playing football because he broke his wrist his freshman year. And that was it. And after he broke his wrist, he was like, yeah, I'm not playing football no more.
That was
Hold on. Manny, you was out there. You was out there on the football field?
You understand, I played at Tucker Fitzgerald.
You a Lion, so you from the Green crew.
Yeah, I'm from the Green. You know what I'm saying? So I won nationals 4 years in a row. When I played at Tucker Fitzgerald, 4 years in a row, we went to nationals, won it every year. I ain't lose. I probably lost one game playing football.
Oh man!
So coming into Tucker, we had the coaches now. They was really pushing me to really go there to play football. Like they always behind me for football. Like we going out to eat. They taking me out to. This is at a young age. Like we going, Longhorn every practice. Taking me all the way home to Stone Mountain from Tucker. Like they was really pushing me to go play football. And I mean, I ain't gonna lie, I started getting taller. See, when I got to when I was coming in from my 8th grade year all the way to through that summer going through my 9th grade year, I started stretching out. So I grew a crazy, you know what I'm saying, a good bit. So when I came in, I'm just like, man, at that time I was really tired of. I was like, man, I ain't trying to get hit in my knees because I started playing basketball too. You know, I was my eighth in the middle school. That's when I really middle school in the Atlanta Celtics phase. Around that time, that's when I was really like, damn, I'm good in basketball. You know what I'm saying? And I was getting taller then. So I'm just like, all right, man, I think I like this joint. And I started taking it serious and got good. And then that's when, when I went to Tucker, I grew another few inches. And I was like, man, I really don't want to be out here. I stopped. I told him I wasn't going to play initially. But then I came back and was like, all right, now I'm going to give it one more run. And that's when I broke my wrist. And I was like, see, that was in my head. I'm like, see, I should have just stopped playing. I should have just said hell with it. But then I broke my wrist and that just finalized it. And Hartree, he told me, hey, he went straight to the coaches. I went up there to the gym, showed him. He was hot. He went straight down to the coach. Hey, that's it.
So he told Frank, hey, no, I think Bill probably was still there when you came. Was Bill still there? Ballard. Ballard was still there. Ballard was still there.
So I'm like, man, I know for sure, young fella already, man, he got that physicality. He's gonna be good, better than what, maybe a couple of other players. And I'm not saying that those couple other players shouldn't have been on the floor. They absolutely should have been on the floor. But for me, I felt like Manny should have got like 10, 15 minutes. And I know Hartree, the legend Hartree, let me speak on that. So I don't want y'all to think that I'm talking down as him as a coach and stuff like that. But I just kind of I asked him, even to this day, I said, Hartree, why you ain't? I didn't want to put him in that 5. I don't think he was ready for that 5. And my only argument to him was, Hart, he would have been out there with me.
Yep.
So whatever he messes up on, I low-key make up for it.
Yep.
To a certain extent.
Yep.
Like, and I'm not even worried about him. If he messes up, he's a freshman. I'm like, ain't nobody gonna be mad, but like, you gonna prepare him for the next year. Now you got a freshman and he actually played minutes in the Final Four. That motherfucker gonna be a bad bitch next year, bro. Like, he gonna be on his shit. Because he got to feel that pain. Hey, being on that floor, whether we win or whether we lose. If we win while he on the floor, he like, I love this feeling. Bro, we gotta go get 3 more.
And so Cam, let me make sure.
Year, I gotta go get 3 more.
Hey Cam, you gotta understand though. I'm looking y'all dead in y'all eyes, like putting me in the game. Like I wanted to get in. Like that was the moment I was waiting on. Because first off, I didn't even feel like I should have been playing JV. Like I was mad about that, and that's why I just ran through that. I won a championship in that, and averaged like 35. And then I was like, now, like basically trying to prove a point. Like, why am I here? And then when he moved me up at that point, it ain't nothing on none of the other players, but it's just I feel like you said, I should have been it ain't gonna hurt you to put me in there to see what I do.
Make sure you clip that what he just said, please, because that is the same thing. I'm at Tucker now coaching. That's the same thing we going through right now. We got a few kids on our team that's playing JV that feel like they should be playing varsity. And I'm like, hey, if y'all feel like y'all need to be on that varsity team, prove it. Show me. Dominate JV. If you dominate JV, then we'll move you up to varsity. You'll be fine. But if you can't dominate JV, what makes you think we're gonna move you up to varsity? I said I had to go through it. I had to play a JV game. I killed JV. That's why Hartree moved up. Manny killed JV. That's why he moved up.
Yep.
It's been a cycle that's been at Tucker for the longest.
Yep.
So
prove your point. You gotta prove
it. so Manny, so now the freshman year, now you're going to your sophomore year. Now, Marshon is not there in 06 at the time, right?
I
don't think Marshon
is there. No, he comes.
He is there. He is there. He was there.
That's when he gets there.
That's when he gets there. But was it after the season?
No, Marshon wasn't there. No, he was there.
He was there. He was on the bench.
He was there because Manny's freshman year was my senior year. Was Marshon's junior year.
Junior year.
Yes,
but what? Because I don't remember. Like I'm just telling you, Cam, your junior year. Like I don't remember Marshon like playing or being there at all. You know what I'm saying? So
Marshon made his mark when we were in Dalton.
Okay.
They fouled me out the third quarter. of the game. Like they was on some like real reckless, racist type stuff.
They was.
Fouled me out of the third quarter of the game. I think I probably had like 20 already. Fouled me out, and I'm like, oh, it's over with. Marshon go nuts. Marshon scores like 17 points in the fourth quarter. And I'm like, nigga, thank you. I ain't, and even at that time, like, I ain't know he had that in him. Like, he's always, low-key, Marshon's still the same player he was in high school.
Yep.
Real smooth, real, like, methodical with his move, nothing real quick. He might give you a quick 1-2, right to left, but he's just real smooth. That's how he's never, you ain't never sped him up.
Nope.
So when I saw that, I was like, oh yeah, this dude might be for real. Like he all right. But then, like I said, once I got back to the Final Four, Archie was still like, this Cam's still my guy. And I felt like, I still say this to this day, I felt like that was a gift and a curse to Hartree. Because I think he felt like as long as I got one, I can win it all. As to oppose of like, man, if I had myself, Marshon, and Manny all in rotation, all on one accord.
It's just hard for me to just even like picture that, Cam, because like I mean, out of all three of them, of course, I followed you the most. You know what I'm saying? And
didn't forget Jeremy Simmons either.
Yeah, and Jeremy. I mean, because Jeremy was a sophomore in that team, so I remember. I remember Jeremy being there, like because it was mainly you and Jeremy.
That's a squad, right?
Jeremy was 1 year behind me.
Jeremy 1 year behind that.
He was the same as Marshon.
So let me ask you this though, Cam. But Jeremy wasn't there my senior year. He wasn't there as a freshman.
Jeremy came at the year
after. He came in as a sophomore. Mm-hmm. So Jeremy comes in, and I remember you and Jeremy. Then the other guy, you know, what I'm saying, we'll name nameless, that end up leaving because y'all two together. That was the way that season started off. It was crazy. So now you go to and now we're in your sophomore year now.
Right.
Now y'all get Chavico to transfer in out of from Southwest. Yeah, he come from Southwest. You got Jeremy. Now it's you and Marshon. Who else? Who was the fifth guy on that team? Well, who am I missing?
Nick DeLoach, our point guard.
Nick DeLoach.
Yeah, Nick DeLoach.
That is y'all. That's the unsung hero in the championship game.
Yep.
He locked up, made some big plays all game long.
Hey, look, I don't care what y'all say. Every team need that piece, that little piece with the defensive, with the energy. If you ain't got that, it's gonna be hard to win. But
and listen, that's the blueprint that I feel like a lot of the Tucker teams are missing.
Yep.
Hartree always gonna have a guy. You always gonna have a guy. But
he gonna get him one now. He gonna get him one.
But we always gonna have a guy that's gonna play defense 94 feet. Yep. Brandon Dixon was ours. When Brandon Dixon left, Nick DeLoach took over as that spot.
Yep.
So we've always had a guy, and we always had a guy that played defense and locked up and did the dirty work. Shout out Brandon Dixon. Shout out Nick DeLoach.
So now you going through that season, sophomore, and I think more so, you know, everybody's looking at you, but you know, it's you, then Marshon, and you got Jeremy. I ain't gonna tell you no story. Now, man, it's just me being honest.
Yeah.
I was highly concerned when Cam left. I said, shit. Hey,
look, I would too, though, because at the end of the day, y'all never seen us. Like, you never really seen us in action for real. Like Cam and Damian and all of them, they took up all that energy that everybody was coming to see. You looking at them too. You don't really see at that point. You don't really see what you ain't get no sprinkle of me, Marshon. You got a sprinkle of them, but it wasn't enough.
Got a sprinkle of G though. G grew up my senior year. That junior year, G, I don't know what happened with G.
Hey, G turned into an animal.
G played football too, though, didn't he?
He probably did before I got there.
I think G played football his freshman year. I think
I heard about that. I think I heard that too. I think he did take a little, he had a little taste of the football world too.
But he grew up once I was about to say a name, but once he got into that little that little spat with one of the football players on the team.
Yeah.
It was over with.
Huh?
I swear.
It was over with then.
Man, G choked out the G because G quiet. G don't say nothing. He don't say nothing. Man, G choked this dude out. I said, oh, yeah, G got something else in him. And then after that next year, man, he started going crazy. So, yeah, G.
So I was just going to tell you, man, so I'm watching the start of the season. So, Cam, you gone. So I'm just like, man, let me just pop in and, you know what I'm saying, just see what's what. And I think this is the time, too, man, correct me wrong. Brian Lamar and Coop.
They was all, yeah, that
was what's the light-skinned coach?
But see, Lamar.
Mr. Wright, Coach Wright.
Coach Wright, yep, Coach Wright. Yeah.
And,
Wright was getting us right.
But, you know what I'm saying, yeah, but I just said Lamar Coop, like the assistant coach was bad. And then y'all come off, man, that season, Cam, they reeled off 15 in a row like it wasn't nothing. Now, they had the game I went to.
They was about to break the record that we had set the year before. We had won, I think it was something like 20 games or 17 games on the way to the Final Four the last year.
Man, listen.
So you got to think about how crazy that is. If you really think about it, them boys and Hartree, if you talk about just take regular season, that's low-key 30 straight wins. Think about that. I don't think we lost a regular season game.
Thanks.
I think we lost in the tournament, like in the region tournament.
St. Pius got y'all there in this region tournament.
I don't think we lost regular season games. If we went on to win 20 straight games and they won the first 15, that's like 35 straight games in a row.
Listen, the first game I pop up to. Listen, Betty, I don't even know if you remember this game, but y'all going against, I want to say, was it this season? Yeah, y'all going against Miller Grove. It was an overtime game against Miller Grove.
I was at Rags in them house just now. We was literally just talking about this game.
Yeah, it was
all of us.
Yeah. So it was the overtime game against Miller Grove, and y'all end up pulling that game out. I'm like,
that was the craziest game.
But now I'm saying because Mufon had already started making his name in the city. You know what I'm saying? And Mufon is Mufon, but it's just like y'all coming right back at him, and I'm just like, I'm like, these boys is playing, and then y'all pull it out. I'm like, okay, so now the next game I come to is Columbia, and I'm like, because now you know the rivalry is thick with Columbia now. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all supposed to play them in the state championship the year before. The year before you got there, Manny Cam them put them out in Dalton.
Put them out.
You know what I'm saying? And before then, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was just Columbia. Like, man, we all
Columbia was trying to run the show for a long time.
Hey, dog, we all mess with Columbia. And so I pull up on y'all, you know what I'm saying?
Them at Columbia that with the UGA talking smack to me now.
Hey, man, listen.
For real.
They can't talk to me about beating me at Tucker. They can't talk about me like that. Nope.
Hey, listen. I pull up on Columbia Drive, man. And I ain't gonna lie, man. I got real nervous. Boy, Columbia, boy. Hey, them boys showed out on y'all, man. I'm like, oh shit.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. See, but that's the thing. We was running stuff so easy. Like we was thinking, I ain't gonna lie, coming in, we like, man, they got a squad, but shit, we better than them. Like, you know what I'm saying? But they just really. They came in prepared, way more prepared than we was the first time we seen them. You know what I'm saying? But once we figured them out.
But I'm just saying. So Manny, that they go back to that region championship. That y'all the region championship game. I'm like, damn, it was just some few little miscues here and there, right?
Yep.
Because I felt like y'all should have had them in the region.
Yeah, we did. I ain't gonna lie. We thought we was well prepared for that game. We was mad about that one. We thought we was gonna pull that one out.
Y'all should have had them in the region.
Definitely. But that third one with that.
Me and Cam was in the building in that one. Me and Cam was right in the building.
Hey, Cam, I was watching Cam the whole time. I'm shooting free throws, looking at him. Yeah. He talking about some. Come on now, this is it.
Hey, listen, dog. I ain't gonna tell you no story, but once y'all won that thing, bro, like
I almost jumped the bait. I almost jumped.
Remember, we tried to get through the cab. Remember, we tried to get over the the barricade. They wouldn't let us through.
Man, I'm saying, hey, listen, and that's to the point where I was about to tell the whatchamacallit, like, bro, this is my championship too, nigga. Like, I need parts of this.
Nah,
like,
for real.
This has been a long time coming, nigga.
For
Columbia,
real.
I was like, nah, I need parts of this, but I was like, nah, yeah, you know.
Man, what was that like though, man?
The shit, but I'll be honest though, the shit was so bittersweet. Bittersweet.
I know it.
Because I was like, yo, I had been punching it, punching. Went to the Final Four, then went to the championship, then Final Four, and then y'all came back, did the same exact thing, and then pulled it off. I was like, yes! I'm like,
yes. Hey, Cam, look.
Fuck.
That's the exact, you just had the exact version of me college-wise now. Just like I was at Virginia Tech. We was when I was with Delaney and all them guys, Jeff Allen, we were supposed to get to the tournament. It was no way we weren't supposed to get to that tournament. And we didn't get there. And then I transferred.
We're gonna come back to that. Hold on. Don't fast forward again. Yeah, because we gonna touch on that. But how was it, man? You know what I'm saying? Just for us, man, because you know, all us bleed maroon and gold in him, man. How was it, man, winning that state championship?
You see the 94 feet. The 94 feet colors, even though, you know what I'm saying, it's based off Tucker. You know what I'm saying?
Maroon and gold.
Man, I ain't gonna lie, man. You said coming out that championship year?
Yeah, like man, what did it feel like just man when you just complete that task, man? Like, what's that feeling, dog? Because that's something that we never touched. Like, we got region championships. You know, I remember holding the region trophy. You know what I'm saying? But just to hold that state trophy, know that the last game, like, what you know, man, it ended up in your career, but just to finish a year off, right? You remember that feeling, you know what I'm saying? Because you felt it to when you end your season on a loss, right? Like, and that's it. Like, your season is over with on that loss. But the end of season, knowing that the last game you played that season was the W, man. How did that feel, man?
It's hard to describe, man. You really got to be in it. I mean, it's one of the best feelings ever. First off, because at the end of the day, you know how hard you worked throughout that whole year, and you was able to accomplish basically the goal. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the whole goal of anybody that's playing any type of sport. You want to get there, and definitely you know you got a team to get there. You know what I'm saying? So when we was able to make that happen and get past Columbia the third time, because I ain't gonna lie to y'all boys, Columbia had a squad, man. They had towers. Like, think about a high school team. Think about if you go back to Tucker right now.
But they had everything, man.
They had everything.
You're not gonna see it's not too many times in a stretch
high school
where you're gonna see 3 to 4 6'8" and 6'9" who can actually play, and they all are D1. Like, it ain't like you got one who, like, you know, he tall but he can't really play. They had all D1 6'9" guys, and then you got guards who running the show, doing the right thing. You know, it's hard. So when you beat a team like that, and then you got Kobe going to the game, you know what I'm saying? It's just like that's the best feeling ever, man. You know what I mean? To be able to beat them guys like that, man.
Hey, just to go back to that game, man. When Travis caught that thing off the rim, bro.
I ain't gonna lie, my heart started. That's when my heart was like, oh shit, here we go. Because I ain't gonna lie, before he did that, I'm like, it's in the bag. We got it. And then he came off and dunked that, and then he brought the game down. Took it down like the 2 or something. They brought it back down to 2.
But I knew I'm gonna tell you what got me excited though. When Jeremy came back baseline.
Oh,
I said,
hey, we took back the momentum. Yeah.
I said, oh, these boys for real, right?
No, facts. But and I ain't gonna lie, that's one of my biggest games. Like, me being the youngest, you know what I'm saying? The kid, definitely, like the year before, you know, I wanted to be in that position so bad. I wanted to play
on the bench to lead.
And exactly. And that was it too. Like,
sophomore year. So ultimately, what my goal was to set out for the young folks to carry on. You did that the very next year, like as a sophomore. So like, and this is what we be arguing on the podcast about. And I know Skinny knows this. I'm a person for when you get to the mountaintop, you gotta win that bitch.
Mm-hmm.
Skinny knows I'm pretty consistent with that. Correct, Skinny?
Yeah, you consistent with that one.
Skinny, let me ask you a question. How often do you hear me talk about me making it to the championship or to the Final Four?
You don't talk about it.
I don't talk about it because I ain't win it.
Facts.
I don't know more. I no longer really talk about the best team to come out of Tucker.
Facts.
I don't. When y'all argue with me, I shut up because y'all say I got the jury. I got the ring, man. I got the hardware. So how can you tell me you the best team in Tucker history? You ain't got no jury, man.
Well, I'm gonna tell you on top of that, they 30 and 2 as well.
Hey, I promise.
They 30 and 2. They 30 and 2 still based off of you getting extra games. You now getting invited to come play in games because of what we set y'all up with. Because we went 27 and 3 my junior year, and then came right back around and went 27 and 4 my sophomore, my senior year, back to back Final Fours. So that was all, and then you got to go play in the Chick-fil-A's, and then you got to be looked at as a nationally ranked team because of what we did the last 2 years. You don't get, because if that was the case, why wouldn't we be known as a nationally ranked team? You got to be putting in some years of work for them y'all to even get national recognition.
That's right. That's how Columbia was.
Exactly. So when they come back and they go 30 and 2, they like, oh, this wasn't just a 1 year, 2 year thing. This is a program.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a program that we need to be paying attention to. These boys just went 30 and 2. They went to the Final Four and championship 2 years in a row, and then they came back the third year and said, you know what, we're going to take this bitch.
Win that motherfucker.
Right. So,
this is a program now. So when they argue now, when they say, well, shit, we the best team, and I'm like, we got this play, we got this play, we got. Y'all don't got no ring, Cam.
Right. So, Betty. So now you going to your junior year, bro. So not only, so you went from playing with Cam.
Yep.
Cam gone. Just won with Manny.
At this point, Cam don't matter. You got you a championship. I'm Manny now, nigga. Who was Cam?
But I'm just saying. But get this though, Cam. Like, Marshon gone. Jeremy gone. Javico gone. I'm gonna be completely honest with you, Manny. And this is no disrespect to any guy that came through Tucker. And if you from that 07, 08, 9, 10, Manny, I don't know who you played with. Like I try to go back and remember. There's no disrespect to those guys. And please, guys, y'all see this. This is no disrespect from Skinny to Pebble. You know what I'm saying? Because I still come up to the school to this day. But I tell Cam, bro, when you look at these numbers, Cam, Manny come out his junior year, right? 20 and 10. Not just scoring it. He grabbing 10 boards a night too. He's bringing the ball up the court himself. Hey, he come. Listen,
I wasn't even averaging 10 rebounds.
Listen. Oh, they ain't running 50 no more. They running Manny. Hunter just go over there. Hey man. And Manny just going to work. So, bro, let's now. You coming off a Final Four. You coming off a state championship, and now you here, which I feel like now. Just correct me if I'm wrong. It's like a blessing and a curse because like you're ready for the moment. You done seen everything. You done been to the mountaintop. You done did the Final Four deal, but now you like, Man,
I ain't gonna lie, man. That junior year was hard, man. Because I ain't gonna lie, the year right before that, I had a guy in every position. Like I know I had a player in every position. I had help in any form, fashion that I needed. But then that junior year came around, everybody just left. So now it's a whole new crew who most of them haven't even seen the court. You know what I'm saying? Like never seen the court at that level yet. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't gonna lie, that junior year was really me trying to like show them guys how we gotta be. You know what I'm saying? Like trying to really form that tradition again with them guys. You know what I'm saying? Trying to really just get them into that mindset of winning and how you gotta win and what you gotta do and what kind of work you gotta put into. You know what I'm saying? But shit, what we get to? We got like to the Elite 8, Final 4, my junior year, Elite 8.
Man, I'm gonna break that to you, man, because I came to that game, man. They upset y'all in the first round. The
first round?
The
Cula, yep.
Y'all lost by 3.
Big Red. Big Red who was on my AU team. He was hooking the shit out of us.
Big Red.
I ain't gonna lie.
I don't even know his name, but they couldn't stop him.
Hey Cam, the Cula was like that, like you said, Dalton, like that Jim and Nail was like we wasn't gonna get nothing. Like we was gonna have to go in there and you better went in there and earned it. You better have some players.
Yeah, and that's crazy because I just had a referee told me the other day there's no such thing as home court advantage. He just told me that last night, but I don't know what I'm talking about.
Crazy.
Yeah, I understand. Right. That happens everywhere.
Man, that happened all over the place. But I ain't gonna lie, we had nothing. We ain't had nothing for the Cula. Like that was probably the one game where it took a minute for me to get something going. Like, you know what I'm saying? I just needed that spark. You know what I'm saying? I just needed that spark from somebody. You know what I'm saying? I had Eric and Carrick. They was both the other, and I think Brandon Dawson was playing with me at that time too. Like they was, Eric was trying to put in his spurt, but it just wasn't. I needed some a little more help.
I mean, but y'all end up cutting it. It was like, okay, they might.
We had a chance.
Yeah, I'm like, they might. I'm like, oh.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie to you. My boy Eric, Eric, I'm sorry. I had to bring this up, but Coach, he drew the play up perfectly. He was like, if these folks miss this free throw, Manny, you stand. He told me to stand at right past that half court mark because he knew they thought they won the game. They thought it was over with. And he was like, if you get this rebound, if y'all get the rebound, Manny, you just come right there to this little spot right past half court. And I did it, and everything played off perfect. And I was butt naked wide open for a tray. Nobody there, but Eric, he just took them, Hey,
that Carlton Banks. Hey, that Carlton Banks came in. That Carlton Banks. He said, hey,
my boy Eric. Hey, I ain't gonna lie. It almost went in. It did.
It did.
I got this in my hands. I'm going. I'm gonna go get it. I mean, shit, it is what it is. But damn, if I just had that one little look, we might have been still running the gun, man. But, it was a learning process, though, man. I ain't gonna lie. It kind of helped build a lot of character for our next year too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So let's go into that summer now, man. And now you got your name now.
Right.
Recruiting picking up.
Yeah, recruiting, man. It was crazy. I ain't even gonna know. I don't think I went to a class.
Allegedly.
Look. Hey, look. I ain't gonna lie. It was crazy. That was probably the hardest. That's one thing I wish, man. I ain't never really had nobody on my side to kind of like put it in my ear on the direction to go when it came to the schools. You know what I'm saying? Like I had my moms who got me to every sporting event that I needed to be, but she didn't really have that knowledge on them schools and trying to help me on, the direction I need to go with it and how I need to go about it. And if I could take that back, it was so many schools that I wish I.
That's why I feel like guys like myself, maybe guys like Marshon, guys like G. That's why I felt like if it's anything we drop the ball on that type of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I know we're doing our own thing in college, but we could still try to make more efforts to come back and holler at y'all so that we can give guys like you up next our phone number so you can call us if you have any questions, because we made the decision already that you was trying to figure out how to make and stuff like that. And low key, we should have been there to the aspect of been like still continue to be the big brothers, being like, hey, bro, I could have told you, look, at Tennessee, hey, bro, go somewhere where you gonna play. Go somewhere where them coaches is gonna rock with you. Go somewhere when you know, like, bro, that they need you. Not where you know what I'm saying, what's popular and stuff like that. Go where it needs you. And we could have been able to, because I had the same thing. I didn't have, nobody in my family went high D1 like that. So I didn't have anybody that was guiding me. Even though I played with the Stars and the Celtics, they had their own agenda as to why. Like, they just didn't care. They cared about if you went to school. Wherever you went to school, it was just like, okay, he went here. that's an alumni on our list to say, oh, he went this way. They didn't care where you went necessarily, unless they was getting a bag behind it.
Yep.
So,
but I'm about to say that's what I mean. That's
what's job from that standpoint.
Right. I mean, man, that's one of the biggest things, man. Like that decision right there is what's gonna get you there or not get you there.
Because you committed, you committed during your senior year. You committed going into your senior year.
I committed like my junior, like my end of my junior year, like going into I didn't even go into that summer. That going into my senior year, I was already committed. I already committed to Virginia.
That was low key the same mistake I made. I committed my junior year going into Charlotte. Well, I was going to UNC Charlotte, and probably should have just waited. Because your senior year, your AAU season, you know you're gonna get more offers, more pickups.
Yep. And that's the thing. See, like when you was like, man, if I would have just been like, damn, you need to make this decision off of this, I would have looked at everything so much more.
So what sold you on Virginia Tech?
Yeah, why Virginia Tech? That's what I wanted.
See, and that's another thing. Like I ain't gonna lie, because I was Coach Palmer. He was the assistant at the time, and it's crazy because right when I committed that summer, Coach Palmer ended up leaving and went to UGA.
Was Coach Palmer that big stocky bald head dude?
Bald head dude, yep. Mm-hmm,
that was the same one that recruited me at Virginia Tech.
Yep, him. Yep. So I ain't gonna hold you. I'm looking at it like, because I'm by myself, and I'm just like, damn. First off, I knew somebody there. I knew T Bell, right?
Okay.
I went on a visit there. And me just being young and just not really being on the visit for a particular reason. Like I went and then I was like, damn, this shit fun. Like this shit, and I know somebody. And then I was also looking at it as who was that? It was Vasquez or something. Who was that shooter they had? That Mexican or he wasn't Mexican. I forgot what he was. Puerto Rican.
He was Puerto Rican. I want to say he was Puerto Rican. Yeah.
He was a shooter there. And so when I went on my visit, Greenberg and them basically sitting me down like, man, this is our shooter. He's about to be gone when you come in. We don't have no other shooters. Like, that's how he preaching it to me. You know what I'm saying? He like, we don't got no more other shooters. Like, I promise you this. And then I'm like, all right, shit. In my head, I'm like, I like the way that sounded. They really ain't got no more shooters. I knew T. Bell was there, but at the same time, I knew he was kind of more of a defensive player. Like, you know what I'm saying? He more a defender. He get it how he get it. I'm like, shit, I will be the only, like, the next shooter outside Delaney really to be able to shoot the rock. And I'm like, all right, cool. You know what I mean? I'll make that happen. But now that I look back at it, it's just like, nah, I didn't look at the board right. You know what I'm saying? I didn't really.
T-Bell didn't tell you what was going on.
I told T-Bell these days, man. I said, T-Bell, you hell for that. That's one thing I don't like. I hate your ass for. You just look right when I got there. This nigga having this man here. He getting in arguments with coach. He coming back to the house. Mind you, we roommates. He come back to the house pissed off, mad. Like, I wish I ain't came here. He mad.
And I'm like, could have told me that.
And hey, look, oh man, I till this day, Bell know if he hear this, he gonna be like, yeah, I know. I tell like Bell, you could. Why are you let me come here, bro?
Hey, that one thing I show love. That's one reason why I show love to Mike Mercer and Billy Humphrey. When them boys went to UGA and I went down on my visit to UGA, they ain't talk bad about UGA. They ain't say nothing bad. They were just like, when I walked in that locker room to get ready to play 5-on-5, you go on the visit and you play 5-on-5.
Right.
And they give you your clothes and stuff like that. The boys looked up, they said,
no, don't do it.
Don't do it.
Facts.
Bro, I remember to this day, Mike was sitting in his locker, bro. Mike was sitting in his locker, putting this stuff on, get ready to play because you got to play with the recruits. He like,
right.
Don't do it. See, that was it. It was the same day. I was like, all right, bet. Say less.
Right. See?
I get it. I get it. T-Bell could have told you. T-Bell, you're right. You hell for that.
So, Manny, doing all over again, because you're 16 years old as a junior, doing it all over again. If you had to look at a board again, what school would it have been?
I ain't gonna lie. I was looking at Michigan. Like I think it would have been Michigan. Because Coach Beeline, he actually, like, out of all the coaches that came, majority of the coaches was assistant coaches that came to speak with me. It's probably here and there a few head coaches came, but Coach Beeline himself actually came and watched watch me scrimmage like the whole thing and basically laid out everything. And I felt it though, you know what I'm saying? I was looking now that I'm looking back, I'm like, damn, like he probably would have really used me as a shooter. Like he was that type of coach who, you know, I feel like he would have, as a shooter, he would have paved the way for me. You know what I'm saying? And I just didn't give him a chance. Like literally the next 2-3 days, I probably committed to Virginia Tech. I ain't give nobody really a real chance. You know what I'm saying? But Michigan, I ain't gonna lie, since Coach Beeline was like literally one of the main, like out of the big schools that was looking at me at the time, Beeline came himself personally, and he loved every bit of, you know, I ain't gonna lie, I showed out for him in the scrimmage. I was looking crazy, but you know, I definitely I believed and kind of felt like, God damn, I could trust this man. You know what I'm saying? And I seen the team he had and the team he ended up putting together throughout my career. I'm like, damn, I could have fit in perfect with that. You know what I'm saying? But you never know. At the end of the day, you never know. You know what I'm saying? You just never know.
So now this is what I want to highlight. So now we go into the summer. Now you in your senior year, Manny. And just like I say, just coming back to the school, coming to the games.
Right.
I'm like, oh shit, because I'm not gonna tell you no story, man. And this the God honest truth.
Right.
You know, from being a part of Tucker from '99, my first Tucker basketball game I went to was in 1998. That's when they lost the state championship to Westlake. Following that team, Darius Swain, Chris Thomas, Courtney Nelson. Man, there's a lot of guys before then. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
LeBear and all them. To watch Cam grow up, okay, to watch Cam whole career, to watch Marshon his senior year. And I don't say this lightly. Your senior year, man, I come into the gym. You already seen it your junior year, but your senior year, I'm like, oh my God. Like, who is this? Like, I know it's you, but I'm like, who is this? Because again, no disrespect to your teammates. You know, when you look at, like, I remember when Cam and Damian took off, you know, they always say, man, Cam and Damian was like the next best thing to Merck and Lou, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then, like I say, the Marshon and Jeremy, all y'all together, but it's like you on the scene. I'm just like, this boy, he is killing.
Man,
and can't nobody stop him.
Yeah.
Can't nobody stop him. Except Miller Grove.
That's it. That's the only team. That's the only team I had a problem with. And I just they was another Columbia type team. You know what I'm saying? At that time, you feel me? They was stacked up all around the board. But I ain't gonna lie, that my junior year just left a bad taste in my mouth, bro. Like when I came back my senior, I was that summer. I was in the gym like heavy. Like I knew I had a lot to carry. I knew I had to come back and put the team on my shoulders again. But I just had to do it in a different way and figure it out. And good thing I ain't gonna lie, I had Carrick on my side who that's my best man, right? You know, so he understood my game and he knew how to make things easier, you know what I'm saying, a little bit towards my senior year, get me the ball how I needed it, you know what I'm saying? So that's another thing that helped out as well. But I ain't gonna lie, it was it was a lot, man, on my shoulders that senior year, but it worked out, you know what I'm saying?
Man, I'm gonna tell you now, you know what I'm saying, this was probably about it's probably about eight years now. And I'm sitting there with Sean White.
Right.
And you know what I'm saying? Because they had like the you know, Tucker was hosting the region championship. So, you know, everybody in the country told me, come on, Skinny, come in here. You know, so I'm in there sitting, you know, talking to Sean, and Sean say that he was like Manny Atkins. He was like my whole goal. He said he used to tell his team, man, if they could get to stop Manny Atkins, and he said it was overcoming you, figuring you out, and you beating you. He told his team, if they can beat Tucker, and if y'all can stop Manny Atkins, y'all gonna be the best team in DeKalb County. And stopping you led Miller Grove to about 7 straight championships. 8 out of 9.
Man,
8 out of 9.
They was running it. I know they was running the show for like another 4 or 5 years since I left. So I ain't gonna lie, Sherm, he was out there. He was doing it up. He was putting the team together every year. He was putting it.
So what do you remember about that state championship game, man? I ain't gonna tell you what I remember.
Man, I ain't gonna hold you, man. I ain't had nothing for him. Like at the end, so first off, to start the game off, they already blew me. Like the beginning of the game, they called big. What's big fella name?
That wasn't Tony. No,
Yeah,
Tony
Tony
wasn't.
Parker.
No, Parker.
He went to go up to try to dunk on me, the first play of the game, and I pinned it on the glass. And then they called a
Yep.
foul. And that's right there. It kind of just threw the whole shift of the game. Like once they called that foul, I just kind of laid my head. I'm like, all right, I see where it's going. And they literally double team. It was two people on me the whole game.
They was like a press and everything. They pressed
needed one
y'all.
more.
They just,
Like Cam, I ain't gonna lie, Cam, man. That's one thing y'all had, man. You always had just somebody else. All right, you have your opportunity to try to take this, you know what I mean, take over this game a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I wish y'all don't even understand. Y'all don't know. We was about to have Hollis Thompson, like my senior year.
I knew. I was around.
You was.
I was coming back. Remember, we was going to Taco Mac with Coach Wright and stuff like that when Hollis was like. I knew that whole deal with Hollis was about to go down. A lot of people don't know that Hollis was.
I ain't know that.
For y'all that don't know or remember the name, Hollis Thompson that played at Georgetown.
Yep.
He was already like a Georgetown commit or something like that. He was supposed to come play at Tucker. He was like living with the coach, like Coach Wright or something like that.
He was about to come to Tucker?
Man, I was about to have.
I was like trying to talk to. That was like my last involvement with Tucker, like trying to get that, you know, like, yo, yeah. Like, and matter of fact, to the point where I was working out with some of them boys, like working out with Hollis and them.
Yep.
I forgot about that.
So the whole summer, so mind you, this whole summer, he's playing with us, working out with us, training with us, getting ready for the season. And then 2 weeks before the season come up, his mom came up there and ended up getting him, making him come back to LA. He went right back up to LA. But we thinking we got two high major D1s about to come in this year. And I knew all I needed was one. If I had one person to help me out, that was gonna be it. And then right before the season,
Manny, man, you had that. You was blessed with that coming in. So you had like I only had like two guys, or the guys with me, basically 2 years, if you will.
2 years, okay, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That was my junior year. You got the blessing of having it early on.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? And to the point now where you got your senior years, like you're gonna have to shoulder the load. Like
but the way you showed out with it though, Manny, you know what I'm saying? Like you just showed out with it though, bro. Like I'm just saying, man, as a talk, man, I know, like I tell Cam this and I tell you this too, man. And you know, my ultimate goal is, man, is guys never forget y'all. You know what I'm saying? Because there's so much go on. Like people, you know what I'm saying, especially younger kids now, is like, oh, this. I'm like, you ain't never heard of Manny Atkins? And it was crazy. Like a lot of the kids, like, because as Cam started to come back, a lot of kids don't know who Cam is and who Cam was. Like this ain't happening without Cam Tatum. You know what I'm saying? This, this ain't happening if Marshon don't come. This ain't happening if Manny don't come here. Like, this ain't it. Like, Manny been single season, like, crazy. So, man, let's go now. So now you at VTech, man. You at VTech.
So, I get to VTech, man, and this is my first time seeing like real, like, right when you step foot, you got grown men for real on the court. You know what I'm saying? Dogs who got game. You know what I'm saying? So now, coming in my freshman year, I ain't gonna lie, I'm like, man, I feel like a freshman. Like, I feel like coming into Tucker, I was young, but I was like, I know I can hoop with these guys. But it's like coming in college, I'm like, all right, I gotta get in the weight room. I gotta get in the gym like every day to get myself to at least feel like I need to be the one. You know what I'm saying? So coming in VT, that's what I did, man. I came in, worked my butt off, and I ain't gonna lie, my freshman year, this is when I'm like, okay, this ain't what was spoken to me about. And mind you, like I said, the guy who recruited me
is gone.
He's gone. So now I feel like I'm doing everything I can. I know in practice I'm showing what I can do. I'm looking like I'm supposed to be on the floor. But you got to understand, all these other coaches, they got their guys that they bought in, that they pushing for. You know what I'm saying? And I don't really got nobody on my side, so I'm trying to win over these other coaches to push me in front or push me with his guy to play on the floor. You know what I'm saying? So that my first 2 years at Tech, it was just like I just felt like I didn't
belong.
like I was doing so much, showing so much, but I wasn't budging. Like my time wasn't really, they wasn't showing me that they felt like I was doing what I was supposed to be doing. You know what I'm saying? So
Absolutely.
that's what made me really, I felt like I needed to make another move, man. But that's what a lot of guys got to understand, man. Like that college, that choice of college you go to, it is so big. That's a big decision in your career. You know what I'm saying? In your career, you got to make sure you make that right decision. You go to that school, you're gonna be able to go out there and get them minutes and get that time to be able to show what you can do.
And not only just the minutes, but they're gonna give you the minutes, and they're gonna give you a time to make your mistakes.
Right.
They don't let you fight and make through your mistakes.
Facts.
Like if you go to a smaller school or go to a school that's for you, you'll be able to go your freshman year, and there's not a junior or senior necessarily in front of you that's better than you or whatever, and you can go in there and average 10, 12 points and shoot, let's say 40% as a freshman, and they'll still be like, all right, that's okay. We got to get that percentage up to 45.
Yep.
But they'll live with your mistakes and stuff because they're like, oh, shit, this is the future. We don't, right? I got nobody else.
Facts.
That's the tough part. That's what I try to tell kids. Like, you go to college, you want to go somewhere where you're able to have trials, have your trial period.
Mm-hmm.
If somebody, when you mess up, a lot of times they'll just write you off and be like, oh, yeah, he's not ready for it.
Yep.
And then they'll go with
quick, though. Quick.
Right. Quick. Quick.
So, man, what was that point when you just knew, like, you know what I'm saying, after your sophomore year, was it a point that you just like, yeah, I'm about to go ahead and sit out this 1 year in red shirt and just go ahead and transfer? Like, was it a breaking point? Like, this ain't.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I ain't gonna lie. It's hard. Like, now that I'm looking back at it, like, sometimes I tell myself, dang, I probably should have just stayed. You know what I'm saying? I probably should have just stayed because I waited these 2 years out and I did my work. Like, my sophomore year, I started some games. I was kind of like the sixth man on their team, like the sixth man on the bench. Like, you know what I'm saying? Come in and putting in good minutes, but it was kind of still like the first year. You know what I'm saying? It was like the time was still just like the first year. But now that I'm looking back at it, it's just like, damn, well, if I did 2 years here already, now I know my junior year, everybody leaving, then now, okay, it's my time. I wasn't thinking like I left with anger. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was just so mad because I thought after my freshman year, okay, he didn't play like the first 5-6 games. I was gonna leave, but then he finally played me in like one of them little tournaments we had, and I did good. And then from then on, I was playing some little minutes, and I'm like, okay, I proved myself my sophomore year. I'm about to really play the time I need. Sophomore year came, it was kind of still like I didn't sit out. I mean, he ain't come a stretch where I ain't played, but it was like I still wasn't getting no extra minutes. Like, you know what I'm saying? My time was still limited. So in my head now, it's just like, man, I'm over you. Like, y'all just been lying. Like, once I feel like you just, I can't trust you, it's just like, I'm like, man, I'm out of here. And that's what happened. And so it got to that point where I was like, man, I don't care if I sit. Like, I mean, I didn't want to sit out, but I knew I was going to be my only option. And then at that time, I locked in with LeBerry. You know what I'm saying? And, I knew he was going to Georgia State at the time. And I'm just like, man, I was like, man, he was just telling me basically it's gonna be your team. And at that point, that's all I just wanted to be able to just show. I'm just like, I just need to go somewhere where I could just show that I could play, and I ain't gotta be fighting for minutes and trying to worry about where I'm coming off at. And that's when I went to Georgia State.
So LeBerry is the call. Actually, what made you choose Georgia State as the transfer?
Oh yeah, LeBerry. Yeah, LeBerry. So, he alumni, he Tucker. I'm like, all right. Now if I'm leaving somewhere, I feel like I got to go somewhere I could trust somebody. I need a coach that's going to fight for me, who's going to try to put me in the best position possible. And that's when me and LeBerry touched bases, and I was like, shit, you going there? All right, I'm going there too. Then that's when I came. Now I'm recruiting. Like, my whole year I'm sitting out, I'm recruiting. I'm trying to get guys to come. That's when Ryan Harrell came. That's when we got dude from my boy Kurt, who came from USC. And then I got Coach Hunter's son.
Kurt went to USC first?
He went to USC. He was a big man at USC, bro. Yep. So when he came on his visit, he was with me. Like, I'm Everybody
I
had to
just
visit
saw
with
Kurt
me.
like 3 weeks ago.
Yeah. Oh, you Kurt all over Atlanta, man. But yeah, he was at USC, so he was, he was a shot blocker. So I'm like, man, if I can get this
Wait,
little
USC like South Carolina or California?
No, California.
Is he from Cali?
No, he's from Kentucky, I think. But that's where he went. He did his first 2 years there, or his first year. But it's like he didn't like it. Like he didn't, you know what I mean? He wanted to move, kind of like me. So then when he came on his visit, I'm basically giving him a rundown on like we basically got the same situation.
And who brought you there?
LeBaire. Coach LeBaire. Yep. So he got me there.
All-time leading scorer Tucker, huh?
All-time leading scorer, right?
Hey, I hope LeBaire. Listen, I'm gonna clip this part right here. I promise you, I'm gonna clip it. I'm gonna make it big and everything, and I'm gonna send this right to LeBaire, man. I'm like, LeBaire, you got
Hey, he had to get the other all-time leading scorer look out there.
I talked to LeBaire. I talked to LeBaire at the hoop scene camp not too long ago, and I'm the all-time leading scorer. I don't know what y'all talk about.
Cam,
y'all know what I was doing.
I can't even have a conversation with him about that. He is swear up and down. He averaged 60. I was the best scorer that ever came in.
He's like, y'all ain't the only. He's like, y'all ain't the only ones who came through Tucker and did something. Y'all know what I was doing? He's like, man, I had a couple like 39s and 40s or something like that. He said, I think he said he had like a 40-point game or something like that.
I had 39.
Like, I got you. I hear you. Right. I leave myself out of the argument to a certain extent because I missed half a year. I didn't play my sophomore year. I missed half my sophomore year because I was ineligible. Dang. So if I had played I was averaging 20 going into that. I think I was like 19.7 or something like that going into the second half of my sophomore year. Now, if I would have played the rest of that sophomore year, it'd have been, obviously, I think to me it would have been a no-brainer. So I do say like, I mean, I don't know exactly what LeBaire did, but I'm like, shit. But then when I started looking at your numbers, I'm like, oh, shit, damn, me or LeBaire, like that man averaged 20 for 2 years straight and did the same thing his sophomore year. I think the only thing that hurts you is that you weren't doing
that freshman year.
Your freshman year. I think that's the only thing that hurts you.
Hey, and Cam, that's another reason why if you see anytime the argument come up or the pitches come up or who the best, I'd never get into it. I don't say nothing because at the end of the day,
I haven't put that debate out yet. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna find something to do on the alumni page and try to put out something to say, who is the best all-time player. And the first thing that people are gonna say, obviously, they're gonna say Marshon.
Yep.
But they're looking at the
end result.
But if you go just high school, like I tell people, you know what I'm saying? If you just look just high school, bro, it's tough. You know what I'm saying? Because like I tell people, like that 2000s team, that 2000 Tucker team, that 99 2000 Tucker team, that just couldn't beat Marist was the Columbia and the Miller Grove for y'all. It was Marist and Tucker went number 1 and 2 in the state. You know what I'm saying? That whole year. Like Tucker's only loss was in Clarkston. Clarkston would always win one game. I don't know how. But Clarkston would always sneak one in.
That's funny because we're like, I would never think about losing to no Clarkston, Clarkston.
Hey, bro. But you gotta think, like my junior year, like you gotta think my junior year, Cross Keys won state.
They did.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Cross Keys won state. You know what I'm saying? So Clarkston still had athletes because the zoning was still now football had already fell out, but they still had those people off East Ponce and everything with Clarkston. But the 2000 team, like Chris Thomas, man, like Darius Swain. Darius Swain was an animal, man. Gerald Cannon, man, who we're gonna get on the podcast, man. I don't know if you look on Instagram, but Ballers Bridge on Instagram.
I gotta check it out.
Ballers Bridge, he does a lot of with the scouting. Okay. Jared was the center at Tucker, man. Darius Swain. Then Courtney Nelson, man. Courtney Nelson's a name that that don't get talked about. And so just to go through. Man, that cloth of Tucker, man, from oh man, I'm about to Cam. It's about to evade me, man. Who was my coach, man, before Hartry, man? He coached Evan
Wilson.
Carter Wilson, man.
Coach Carter, yeah.
Coach Carter Wilson, bro.
Yep.
Like Coach
Yep.
Carter Wilson, man. And in that transition, but it was a lot of guys. But so man, let's hop back into it though, man. And so you get to Georgia State. And if I ain't mistaken, man, in your junior year, you lead Georgia State in scoring. You the leading scorer.
Was that?
I want to
say. Was that RJ?
No, that might have been RJ. Let me see.
I want to say RJ was a freshman that you don't think he had came into his own yet.
I think RJ came in at the door. His dad was the coach.
Yeah,
but he won. I don't think he was hitting in.
Cause I'm trying.
He was supposed to go to Indiana.
Hold on. What was the other? Who was the other forward with you, man? Who was the other forward with you, man? It was another forward.
It was me. Shoot, it was me, RJ, Ryan Harrow.
I want to say Ryan might have been. Hold on, man.
It might have been Ryan, because I think Ryan, when he came in from Kentucky, you know what I'm saying, he had all that. That's another thing. Like, man, that team we had so much talent, but the time I was there, we just fell short. And that's another thing, Cam, I was saying, you know how it was in high school for you, how you was like right there. That was my situation in college. Every stage.
RJ did lead them. You're right, Cam.
At Virginia Tech, I was on the bubble. I got to Georgia State. We had to mind you, my junior year, we couldn't play. We couldn't make it to the tournament because that's when our conferences changed my junior year. So I was all messed up. That threw me off too. So now I'm coming into a school. We can't even get a chance to go to the dang tournament.
Right.
Because y'all can't represent Conference USA because y'all about to go Sun Belt.
About to go to Sun Belt. So we couldn't even play in a tournament. So now I'm hot. Now I'm looking at LeBaron like, man, you knew this was gonna happen, bro. Like,
right? What you doing, bro?
Like, come on. Like, I did not want to. Like, I really didn't feel like I didn't take it. I couldn't take it serious. How you can't take basketball serious if you can't play for the final games, bro. Like, you can't get to the big stage.
I'm with you on that. Like, if we play team sports we play team sports to ultimately win the championship. This is something that I always argue. Like, we don't play team sports. You don't try to go to a school, man, and you didn't leave Virginia Tech to try to go to another school just to be like, I'm just gonna play basketball. I want to go somewhere where I can play basketball, get playing time, but I also want to win too.
I want to win
because I'm not coming here just to. And so every person who has competed on that type of level, you don't make your decision based off of I'm gonna go here just to get 30.
Right.
Maybe some of us should, but we don't. We do this because we see, like, man, I want to be a part of something. I want to be a part of a national championship or a conference championship or something like that.
Yep. And we ain't had that opportunity, so that was hard for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, really, my senior year is really the year where I'm like, all right, this is now it's time. Like, you know what I'm saying? We already was able to show. We showed everybody in the conference we was good. Like, you know what I'm saying? But we didn't. We was winning. We was probably like top 3, top 5 in the conference my junior year. But you could tell, you know, we all knew we couldn't make it to the big stage, bro. So it was just hard for us to really mesh like we want to. And then, but that senior year,
hey boy, y'all was taking names.
Man, we was rolling. My senior year,
y'all lost one game in the conference that year, right?
Yeah, we lose one? We went damn near undefeated.
I want to say y'all lost one. Who got y'all?
Yeah, we did lose one. It was like towards the end.
It was like the conference tournament. I think
y'all lost to Troy. Troy got
y'all undefeated in the regular season and lost in like the conference tournament.
Troy got them on that back end. They went to Troy, man, and lost by 4 down there.
Yep. That was the only loss we had the whole season. We was running team, like looking.
Was Brandon Hazard down there?
Brandon Hazard.
That played at Southwestern Cat.
Yes, he was.
Light-skinned shooter.
Yeah, he was. I'm like, damn, that name sound familiar. He was, but like, it's just like, damn, bro. Like, I ain't gonna lie. Man, that haunts me to this day. Like you said, looking at the championship, the next year, Georgia State makes it to the tournament.
To the tournament.
And I'm like, oh, I'm overseas. I'm like, hell, I'm happy, but then I'm just like.
You guys supposed to be in the tournament.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, yo, I went all these years sitting on the bubble, winning all these games straight to get there, lose the last game of the season to get me out the tournament. And then the next year they get in there, and the record wasn't even as good as ours. They got in there, they lost a few games. And I'm just like, damn, I was happy for them. I'm alumni. I'm out there talking mess to all my folks out there overseas. But in the inside, I'm like, damn, that shit look like it feel good.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Damn.
Trust
Damn,
me.
that shit. Like, if I wanted to feel that, and that was gonna help me also on my professional level too, and give me more options. You know what I'm saying? Because get on that. You know what I mean?
You got film. You got film of you playing in the NCAA tournament, not playing against.
Man,
y'all probably was gonna be like what a 14 seed or something like that. So y'all would have played somebody good.
Yep. And then at the end of the day, we had a squad, so I think we would have did something.
Y'all upset some folks.
We made a run. And all it was gonna take is for me to show that I belong. You know what I'm saying? And we get a dub and we get a win. We get a win or two, and you show that you can do it. Now your pro stock it goes up. You know what I'm saying?
So what were you hearing, Manny, going into the season over? What are you hearing? Are you hearing draft? Are you hearing, what I'm saying, summer league?
Yeah, well, I really wasn't. I was hearing like, okay, I was supposed to have a few workouts here and there, you know what I'm saying? But I ain't never, I swear to you not, after Georgia State, bro, I had one workout.
Now who called you in? Who called you in to work out with you?
The Hawks. I only had one workout with the Hawks. That was it. And I'm like, how? And I'm going into these workouts. Well, I went in there with the workout, and I'm looking at all the other guys. It's probably like everybody 14th, 15th workout. And these guys who played at smaller schools didn't do really as much as I did. And I'm like, man, that's my 10 workout. I'm tired of these joints. And I'm in there like first one, hype, ready to go. I'm like, damn. So now I'm looking at my agent like, yo, what? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I ain't got nothing. Did you put me work in? You know what I'm saying? Like I'm trying to figure out why I'm the only one in here with one work, and I damn near beg for that. Like I'm hitting like every day, like, yo, I ain't got nothing. You know what I'm saying? And then I did good. Like I'm in the Hawks, so with it being my first one, I could see if I had 5-10, man, I'd have been so prepared for all that. You know what I'm saying? I've been so much more prepared for every other workout outside the Hawks thing, but I did good. I was looking good out there. But in my head, I'm like, man, these folks on their 14 workout, bro. This shit. Like, hey, you know what I mean? I'm like, I should have had way more looks. But outside of that, that went the way it did. And then now, G League wise, that's when, Dion Glove, he was coaching for the team for Grand Rapids.
Yeah.
And I ended up getting drafted to
Sioux Falls, right?
Sioux Falls. You know what I'm saying? I got picked up with Sioux Falls, but Glove and them was on the Detroit squad.
They was in Detroit.
It was in Detroit.
Grand Rapids.
Yep. So, but they was hoping
to get on with them a few times, and
so they was hoping I didn't get picked up, so they could steal me, because nobody really, at the end of the day, I didn't have no workout, so ain't nobody really know about me. I was kind of like a sneaky pick, you know what I'm saying? And Glove and them was just hoping nobody picked me up, and then they was gonna scoop me, and then I was gonna be able to play with them and go from there. But then Sioux Falls picked me up, went through Sioux Falls. You know how now at this level, everything's political. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't got enough behind you, or if you ain't got that coach there that know you, boy, you better hope you just.
And that Sioux Falls team was loaded too, right?
And they was loaded.
They was loaded.
They was loaded. Every day in practice, I'm trying to compete. I'm trying to show myself every day to get off of the. They had me as the, you got 14 players, only like 12 could play.
You was on workers' comp.
I'm on workers' comp. So now,
and then you getting paid. You getting paid. Yeah.
Man.
Oh, wait. So let me guess, because in the D League, you can't have but so many players. So what they do is they put you on workers' comp so that another team can't get you in the pool.
Yep.
So what they might fuck around and do is put a fake injury on you.
Yep.
Make it seem like you really injured, just so they can keep you. I ain't telling you.
Allegedly.
Right.
Allegedly speaking, I might be speaking from experience, Matter of fact, fuck all that, because the team ain't even existing no more. That's exactly what happened. So I understand what you're saying. Like, teams will do that. Like, they'll draft you thinking that they got something, or knowing that they have something, and they'll be like, well, you know what? We got something else going on. We got some people that was here last year. We're going to rock with them, see what they're going to do. And we're going to put you on workers' comp. You still going to get paid, whatever. They make it sound good, but your workers' comp, your shit cutting 80%. And you already ain't making no money in the D League as it is.
Man, you know what I'm saying? So they basically just holding me hostage. Like I'm sitting here now. Again, I'm going back and forth with now I'm back and forth with my agent now. Like, hey,
Wallace?
Yes, Wallace. You know what I'm saying?
Agent.
So
same
I'm
agent, do the same thing, same agent.
So I'm going back and forth, like, hey man, like what? Like, bruh, what am I doing next? Like, what is this? Like, what am I doing?
They tell you that's the business.
That's the business.
That's the business. That's how it go.
That's how it go. I heard all that. You know what I'm saying? So now, mind you, okay, I'm not playing. Like I'm going games without playing. And they threw me in every because I was doing so good, and they loved me for real, but they just couldn't do nothing with me because that, like I said, it's so political. You know what I'm saying? So they was like, man, we gonna get you in there every day, every time, every week. I promise we gonna get you in there. We gonna get you in there. We gonna get you in there. And they finally put me in there. I'm playing, doing
That's
solid.
what I will say about Wallace though. Like if Wallace said he gonna do something, he gonna do it.
Right.
That's what I will say. Like if he say he gonna do it, he gonna look out for you. He gonna take care. You got some agents out there that say they'll do it, won't do it.
And don't do it. Facts.
Don't do it.
So, but then luckily, again, a couple weeks go by, and then now they got the you can do your trades. You know what I'm saying? You can trade with teams. So mind you, Glove know what I got. He trained me basically. He trained me every summer. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get me where I need to get. So now he on that end basically telling them, look, we need to trade for Manny. We need to trade this. We need to get him. That's when they pulled me over, and that's all she wrote right there, man. I started averaging like 12 to 15.
Hey, you go out there to Grand Rapids, man. Hey,
you know what I mean? I just need the opportunity.
You showing out.
I just need the opportunity. That's all it is, man. The game, man. You just got. It's all about the team, man. Just being in the position. Like that's it's so political to a point where you just want to hope you on a squad where you fit. You just fit with that team. You know what I'm saying? And you got to make the best of every opportunity you get, and then you can go. But if you don't get with a squad that you actually fit what they looking for on that level, you might as well go pack it. You might as well go home, go find a job.
So you go from now you doing your thing in the G League, was D League then, about to go become G League, and then the next summer you in the summer league with the Pistons now, right? They got you in there with the Pistons. So how did that go? What was that like? With you finally now you got you in the NBA now. Like
now
this your real shot.
Right, exactly. Now I'm starting to feel like, okay, somebody see what I can do. You know what I mean? I feel like, okay, now they kind of they see I got some game. You know what I'm saying? So that summer league, it was a good experience, man. But again, I'm behind Stanley Johnson. You know what I'm saying? So summer league, if you in the first round, you for sure getting all the time. Like it might come, they might give you 2 minutes and then they pull you. You know what I'm saying? They put him back in there. So I'm behind Stanley.
Because that first round pick got to work out.
Man, you know what I'm saying? They got to give him his time. They got to let him do what he do. And so now I'm there. I'm enjoying, you know what I mean? But I'm not really getting no time. Like they'll put me in like a spurt here, 5 minutes here, 10 minutes here, and I'm out. It was probably 2 games. It was probably 2 games in the summer league where they let me rock out with 18, 20 minutes, and I made the best of it. So it was one time I went in for like 12, 14 minutes. I had 8 to 10 points. You know what I'm saying? But in doing it within the system and playing well, doing good. You know what I'm saying? But it's just I didn't get that. I just didn't get the full advantage that I didn't get that opportunity that I really wanted to have. You know what I mean? To really show what I can do. You know what I mean? But it was a good experience, man. At the end of the day, if you on that stage, you put some work in and get to that stage. You know what I'm saying?
So now you go from the summer league. So now overseas is starting to call now, right?
This around the time I got back with Cam. This is around the time me and Cam was like, all right. This is when we kind of we realized we went through the same situation.
Too. You know what I'm saying? Wallace too. So now we coming back and forth, and I'm coming back home from overseas, and we playing open gym in the mornings. That's what Wallace had to run because Wallace had an X number of clients, NBA, overseas, and so we all meet up at St. Philip's over there on Memorial Drive, hoop at 10 o'clock. You know, unless you was an NBA guy, if there was a lot of NBA guys, you might not be getting in the game. You might not get no bump. You know what I'm saying? It just, you got to just really just come in there consistently for you to really get your name. You know what I'm saying? Get in the, like, basically a rotation of somebody or people trusting you to being out there on the floor. So that's when I started to see Manny a lot more. And it's crazy because it was almost like I knew Manny, but it wasn't like I knew Manny from, it didn't come like Manny was little brother from Tucker. Manny, it was just like Manny had his own name now. Manny was, he was Manny. He wasn't little bro. It was like,
right.
Oh, this Manny. Oh, yeah, what's up? Manny that played at Virginia Tech. Manny that played at Georgia State. Manny that played at, you know what I'm saying, that playing in the D League and playing with Detroit. So it was like I didn't even I looked at this man, it was crazy. Like I looked at he's a grown man now.
Hey, Killer, let me ask you this. Have you and Manny ever went one-on-one?
No.
We probably played like, you know, we probably do like some King of the Court. So we had like some little bump like that, or like a little 5-on-5s, but we ain't never really we ain't never really went head to head like them. We ain't never did that.
Never did.
Like I when we was like after I left my senior year, I didn't really see Manny from that capacity like that, to just be like we was in the gym. Like I think I do remember seeing Manny. I don't know if he was over there. I had an apartment over there off La Vista. And Drew Goodlock, Jeremy, and I want to say it was Manny.
It might have been me over there off La Vista over there. I think it was me.
And we pulled up, and like I said, it was right off the La Vista. It was right there, right before you get to North Lake Mall. It was them apartments, like right where the hotels is at. It's the hotels in between. You got to go to the back where the apartments,
like the Atlas and all that. Yeah.
Yeah, I had an apartment there, and that was like while I was in college.
Right.
I was coming back home and having an apartment.
Oh, that's stupid.
I said that college life, boy. Hey,
facts.
I was trying to live like I was in the league because I was, you know what I'm saying. So, but I think outside of that, I didn't really.
Right.
I ain't seen mind capacity. So when I saw him again, like I said, now he ain't little bro no more. He his own man, and he doing it on the other level. So it was like, damn, we really putting folks out up here at Tucker. But again, it wasn't looked at like from like a big brother situation. It was more so now like this my peer. Like, the same. We all want the same now, and he come from Tucker. So now it was at that point in time. I was like, yo, it's dope to see his journey, to see where he had come. And it was almost like I said, the same journey that I had. I was happy to see once I actually started to let it all play out. It was happy to see that, and now especially hearing it in this interview, to hear Manny say like, "Yeah, Cam took me under his wing," and for him to become the man that he is now, or the young man that he became as a college athlete, student athlete, professional athlete, is like, damn, okay. I'm gonna say we, because I'm gonna add Skinny in this. We, because he started it off for me.
Right.
We did it the right way. He started off that train that did it the right way that made me want to instill that in you.
Right.
And so now, like I said, I'm even now doing it on a 10 times scale by coaching these kids. So but like I said, man, I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. If I ain't said it to you before, if I want to say I have, but I'm definitely proud of you, bro, of where you come to, bro. Freshman year, you could have allowed that shit from your freshman year not to be played and to allow that to affect you, and you didn't. You know what I'm saying? I think that put more of a chip on your shoulder to prove folks wrong. Even when Marshon, when you got the keys, even when you got a state championship, you weren't complacent with it.
Right.
Continue to strive and to want to get better. So like I said, bro, if I ain't told you before, I'm proud of you. You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate it, brother. And I mean, and then to go back on what Skinny was saying, so after Summer League, I'm thinking like, all right, shoot, I just played in the Summer League. The game or two I did play, I did good. Like I should be getting some calls overseas now. You know what I'm saying? I should be something should be rolling. Man, Skinny, it went, the whole summer went through. After summer league, the whole summer went through. I didn't get not one call.
Hold on. So
overseas.
no, the whole summer went through and the phone didn't ring?
Man, I ain't gonna lie, Wallace probably told me about it was probably 2 little joints. It was small though, like something that I feel like now
Dominican Republic.
Yeah, like I could, like somebody else could.
Dominican Republic.
Exactly, who never even played basketball can come get that type of job. You know what I'm saying? So I went about it myself to go to another agent. And the other agent who I was going to select initially, before I went to Wallace, he messed with me so much. Like, he felt for me. Like, he knew what type of player I was. He knew that's the reason why he wanted to be my agent. He used his connections to get me a gig over in Argentina. You know what I'm saying? So and bought it towards to Wallace. Like, basically put that, gave me a, helped me out. Yeah,
right,
yeah, exactly.
Right. But
he helped you
out. But you better believe he was like, "Hey, bro, look, I don't want no big money. Like, you just give me a small percentage. You can still have your percentage. I just need a small percentage."
So, but it's just the fact that I played in a summer league, and the games, the little games I did play, I look good. You know what I'm saying? I look like I'm supposed to be out there, and I belong. And I still don't have not one call throughout the whole summer of a team who, like, okay, who at least trying to pay a little penny. You feel me?
You supposed to. I had, after my summer league, I had $60K from France, and I turned it down, and I should have went. And I ain't played. I think I averaged 9 minutes a game in summer league in Memphis.
Let me tell you something, bro. $60K as your starter.
France, as your starter. When you in France, you're gonna get every bit of that money.
Yep, every dollar of it.
So let me ask you this, man.
Yeah, Skinny. So I didn't have not one call. So mind you, throughout that summer, now he ended up telling me to go play in the little China shit. You know, the little China, China got that little
6'5" and under league.
The little, yeah. Go out there and try to,
So he just trying to tell you go get you some money. Because he was trying to tell you go get you some money because you might have to go back to the D League.
But no, that wasn't it was no money involved. This ain't the 6'5" and under league where you getting paid a contract. This is like
he was trying to say you going on one of them China tours.
From China tours, and I went because at that point I'm looking for basketball. I don't know. I'm like, damn. I'm in my head like I'm not gonna get no job. So I gotta go to China to show these niggas that these people that I could play.
But
you know what I'm saying? So now I'm like, man. So I go out there and play, and it's like AAU. I'm out there.
Foul ball.
I'm killing my body. Like I just came from looking probably at my best. I'm at my best form of basketball right now. Like, I left the summer league. Now I'm training. I'm feeling like I'm about to get picked up in the league. I'm me and Jordan Adams literally going at it every day. Like, me and Jordan Adams, we train together every day. I'm helping him lose weight so he can make his cut. He helping me. We training together every day. You know what I'm saying? And I don't get not one. I don't got nothing falling in my lap. And I go out there and play in a China tour where you got to win. You got to win the whole thing just to get something. Like, you got to come to first, second, or third. And then the team that they put together was a whole bunch of guys who I shouldn't have been out there with. You know what I'm saying? So,
my boy Adrian out there.
And then after that, later on, that's when my knee. I started having my knee issue. You know what I'm saying? I started having my knee issue after that. I put so much into it. It was like one little ding, like a need a knee with somebody. I felt it, and it just started just day by day, week by week, just hurting more and more.
Going down.
Did you have knee problems in college? Did you have knee problems in college?
I had no knee problems in college, bro. I never thought I would have a knee issue. I had a shoulder issue in college, getting hit in the shoulder, but I ain't never had no knee problems ever until after that. After that China trip, I came back, and it's like right when I got that little Argentina, literally like 3 weeks before I got the Argentina job, like my knee was. I was like, bro, this shit hurt. But now I got a baby.
You know what I'm saying?
I gotta go make some. I don't care what kind of pain I'm in. So now I go to Argentina. with one leg. I'm doing all out, and they got me guarding the best player on every game. I'm running around with one leg with a limp, like I'm playing through pain. And 3-4 months in, Christmas time, I told him I got to go home. I can't play through this. So that's when I ended up getting the cortisone shot. It got me through like another 4 years, and now I'm like it is now. Like, I'm trying to do everything. I had surgery. I just got stem cell treatment like 4 weeks ago. I'm trying everything. This is my last summer. You know what I'm saying? After this summer go by and I feel like there's no improvement with it, that's when I'm really hanging it up. Like, I'm gonna really just tell myself it's over, bro. You know what I'm saying?
So if hopefully that, we wish you the best. But if that is the case, do you know what it is? Do you see yourself getting into coaching?
To be honest, I can't lie to you, man. They've been trying. I've been over here with Villa Rica, man. They've been trying hard to get me out there with over here in Villa Rica, man. My lady, her little brother played for Villa Rica. Her dad and them love me. Like, I was out here when I first moved out here, training him, teaching him how to shoot. You know what I'm saying? Just basically being like a little shooting coach out here with like a couple of kids, training them. And shoot, the word just got around, and they just want, they trying their hardest to get me over there at Villa Rica. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
go ahead and get your training in. Go ahead and do what you need to do, because if in 3-4 years I get the job at Tucker,
for sure,
for sure. Hey,
no, for sure. That'd be crazy.
Bring all.
That'd be crazy.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and then that can just start you something off. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, man, look, I'm gonna be here for 1 year with you, and then I'm gonna go ahead and go get me a head coaching job somewhere else.
All right, but Killer, I'm gonna tell you this, man. I don't know if you've been following though, man. I mean, I know the coaching is on the table.
Oh, I already know what Manny into. I already know.
Hey, Manny about to take us to Hollywood. Well, Manny, you probably don't know this, but that's Hollywood Cam right there. So he's Cam Tatum today. I should have put his name as, like I tell folks, man. Cam got security now, man. Listen, Manny, I come up to Tucker now, man.
Right.
And the folks patting me down and checking me. I'm like, I'm here to see Cam. They say, well, hold on, Cam will be with you in a minute, sir. I'm like, what?
He got it like that over there now.
Man, and listen, I walk through there, saying everybody like, hey, Skinny, you know what I'm saying? They like, yeah, Mr. Tatum will be there be with you in a second. I can see Hartree before I can see Cam.
Oh, man.
And I'm sitting there.
That's just Tennessee right there.
Listen. Cam got his office in there, and he got 2 bodyguards that sit. That's why they shut the game down, man. It wasn't the fact. If I was in there by myself and Cam wasn't there, the game would have started back up. They wouldn't escort the boy out. But because Cam in there, I'm about to shut the whole game down. We got to get Cam out the man. Listen, the folks usher Cam out the building, man. Listen, you can't get close to him, man. You can't get close to him, man.
He ain't got like that over there.
Hey, man.
Are you done?
I'm gonna see. I'm coming out there. I'm catching some of these games this year. I ain't gonna lie. I'm catching some of this year.
Manny, good luck. Listen. Marshon had to come in through the front door, man, because Cam in there, man. It's over, bro.
Listen, Manny know that.
No more side doors. We can't get to the side door no more.
No, man, you got to go through the front, man.
Manny came last year. Manny came last year with no problems. He knew what it was. Like,
so I'm the only one that get this treatment.
Nah.
This is what it is. I'm just
nah, you get the upscale. You get the upscale treatment.
Oh, man. So, man, talk to us, man, about the acting career, man. I know you're getting into acting. I've been watching you. What piqued your interest in acting and going that lane as well?
To be honest, man, I'm at that stage now, man, where I'm just really trying to find that lane. Like, I'm just putting myself in every little position to really see exactly which route I want to go. I tried it, and I had a few people who was like, man, you should try acting or modeling or something of that nature. And I was like, man, you know what? Why not? Let me see what it do. You know what I'm saying? Well, let me see where I can go with it. And I did a few background things. After the background, I one of my friends, man, he knew somebody who was connected with the BMF little scene. So I'm like, all right, and he was like, man, shoot, just send your information. They doing a hooping scene. They looking for a 6'5", 6'7", whatever, you know what I'm saying? And they was like, man, submit your information. They might, you know what I'm saying, want you to be in it. So I'm like, all right, cool. I did it. I didn't get that role, but they called me back for something else. So I was like, all right, let me go. You know, I went in there and did it. I'm like, damn, this, I mean, I can do this. This ain't nothing. You know, this is light. This is some easy acting. You know what I'm saying? It's something I could feel myself doing, getting in this lane. You know what I'm saying? And then,
so season 2, January, I need to be looking out.
Yeah. See, hopefully, like I was in. Let me tell you, they asked me to come back and do like 5, 6 different scenes. So
they filmed it down here.
Yeah, they was filming it down here.
Yeah, filming down here because now it's the move they about to move from Detroit to Atlanta. They about to do the transition.
Right.
Hold on.
So we was on Fulton Industrial, you know what I'm saying? So we was they called me in once. I did something, and the whole time everybody looking at me like, dang, first of all they see the height, and then they like, man, you look like somebody. You look like you could be somebody. You know what I mean? Like everybody hyping me up on there. I'm like, damn, well, I might need to keep. This might be it. You know what I'm saying? I might need to keep doing this. So then I just kept submitting little stuff to different things I seen pop up. I'm in like different little group chats with casting calls and stuff like that. And I'm like, man, they call me back like 5 to 6 times to do different roles. So I'm just like, all right, man, they messing with me. And every time I go is either somebody with the film or somebody that's in the industry that's in there comes up to me and always has
these
something.
Paying roles too?
Yeah, they was paying roles. Mm-hmm.
So you coming out the gate with paid roles?
Yeah, it wasn't nothing major. It wasn't nothing major.
Yeah, I'm just saying. It's major that you're getting paid, right?
Yeah,
most guys is starting from the scratch. They just taking crumb.
Facts. But yeah, I'm getting paid. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, man, this ain't like I'm looking. See, now I'm looking at it like, okay, I play basketball. That's something I love doing. I felt like I wasn't working. You know what I'm saying? That's my whole thing. I like to feel like I'm not really working because that's what I'm used to. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I took the acting world in that nature. Like, it's like you working, but you're not really working. It's, you know what I mean? It's fun. You know what I'm saying? It's something fun to do. And I after the BMF, I just started doing some other things, and then I got the little role with the Nice Girl single with a producer who liked my information that I submitted, sent in some little videos. And now that's my first talking role. Like I just literally jumped into the fire within a 3 to 6 month segment. You know what I'm saying? And now the TV show we just put out, or the plot that the pilot we just put out, we basically just sent it out to all the big TV people, and so hopefully somebody they like what they see and they want us to be in it. Now I got literally a whole TV show I'm about to be on where I'm talking like I'm a main character. You know what I'm saying? So I'm taking acting classes now. I got my guy. He literally texts me every couple of weeks. He's like a big time actor. His name Tom Scott. I don't know if you heard of Tom Scott, light skinned dude, but he's like a big time actor too. And he has his own acting classes. And Kurt, my boy Kurt, he acts too. And he put me on with him. But now, the guy he gotta vibe with me a little bit for him to keep. He contacted me himself every couple of weeks, like, hey, you trying to get in with this next class? You trying to do this? You trying to, you need this to put on your resume to be able to, now you can really hit them big films and be like a main character, and then you'll feel more comfortable regardless. You know what I'm saying? So now I'm in that transition now on just really trying to getting them classes and build my resume up, man, and hopefully that do what it do. If it do what it do, then I'm gonna make it do.
Hey, man, I ain't gonna tell you no story, bro, man. That just made my day, man. Just hear one that you know what I'm saying, the BMF, man. BMF is one of my, favorite shows. I know the season 2 is about to come out, man. I ain't gonna tell you no story, bro. Like, I'm gonna be happy as hell. And I'm just glad. I mean, I'm not saying that it ain't been broke anywhere else, man, but for you to come and break that on the 94 Feet podcast, man, that Manny Atkins, man, from the East Side, man, Tucker Legend, man, is gonna be at the BMF series, bro. That is huge.
I'm hoping. Yeah, I'm hoping they, they grab the scenes that I did. They pick and choose, kind of like, after they do it and bring us in there to do these roles, they pick and choose, what they feel like is the best and how they want to show it, how they want to view it. But I was in so many different. They put me in so many different parts and pieces. I know I'm going. I'm going to definitely be in there somewhere.
Oh, man, I ain't gonna tell you.
I'm too big.
I ain't gonna
Yeah,
tell you no
man.
story, man. I'm gonna listen, bro. You know, I've been following you since you 14, man. You know what I'm
Sure.
saying? And you know what I'm saying, like I say, you know, because I'm big on, you know, the Tucker guy for you be the first Tucker guy to come on the show, man, and to, you know, bless the stage, man. That's huge, man. That means the world to me. I know it means the world to Cam, man, and just seeing that the man that you become, the family guy that you know what I'm saying, that you are. And you know, and
Congratulations too, man, on getting
yeah,
married.
yeah, definitely,
I
man.
appreciate y'all,
Definitely.
man. I appreciate it, man. I
Man,
appreciate it, man.
that's a huge
Got a
deal,
That
beautiful
was a
man.
family,
big step.
beautiful family.
You know
I
what I'm saying?
appreciate it, man.
And
My little one next now. I gotta get her right too. She gonna be the next one to start running the show.
hey,
She
bro.
getting tall, man. She getting long. She
Hey, bro, I'm just
You know
gonna tell
what?
you from a girl dad, bro. And listen, hey, man, it's different, bro. Just be ready. They pull at your heartstrings a little differently, man.
I
You know,
know.
Cam got, you know, little Cam, man. But I'm
I
just
got
tell you,
boys,
as a girl
He
dad,
getting big
bro.
too, man. I seen you post a
Yeah,
picture of him the other day. That boy getting big.
and
man.
don't want nothing to do with basketball. Hurt my heart,
Mm,
but it's all right,
I
though.
know
I
it. Yeah.
mean, man, come on now. He's like 7. Like, come on, man. You gotta give him a chance, bro. Give him a chance.
He 8 years old,
I
so
mean, but give him a chance, bro. It pop in, but man, listen, bro. You know, I'm still gonna continue to follow you, man.
Sure.
Man, so I got it down at the bottom, man, where the people can find you. But just man, for our audio listeners, man, where they can find you at, man. If they want to follow your career, man, they want to, you know, check you out, man. How can they get to you?
he sing
Um,
too. He sing too, y'all.
No, no, it don't. No, it
hey,
don't.
I ain't
No,
got.
it don't.
He got tracks out.
Hey, I ain't gonna
He
lie.
got tracks
No,
out.
Look,
Yeah,
hey,
no,
look, hey,
no.
look,
Uh-huh.
hey, look.
he
I
an
got
R&B
some.
singer.
I got some in the mix though. Like it's gonna be on the way soon. Me and Carrick, Carrick, he really in the music industry, man. But we
Carrick
put
been
some
rapping.
stuff.
Yeah.
I got some stuff with me and his new album he about to be out that he about to have come out, and also I got a few things that I'm putting together that I should be having out, in due
Yeah,
time.
I know Manny. I know more so Manny about from the singing than the acting.
Facts.
Man, how did I miss the
The acting.
singing?
The acting is more so newer than the singing. Manny
But
been
I
singing.
caught the acting. I missed all this. Hello, Manny. Real fast for the 94 feet, man. I hate to
Hey,
put you on
some
the
of them
spot. But
songs that you be hearing on Manny's page
yeah,
that you might think is another R&B dude, that's him.
Manny, can you just, man, just for the night? I just want to
I
solo
ain't
in
messing
on
with
it.
y'all.
Oh
Not
Man,
today.
can you give me a little, can I get a little do re me, man? Just a little do re
Hey,
me, man.
I ain't messing with
Hey,
y'all today.
hey, man, hey, I can't get a little do re me, man. Come
Hey, I
on,
ain't
man.
messing with y'all today. I ain't messing with y'all today.
Oh,
Hey,
man, hey, I'm not gonna get
That
down.
better go on Instagram, man.
Cam, tell Skinny to stop, man.
I'm gonna
Hey, look,
bite
hey,
down there. I'm
Skinny,
gonna bite it, huh?
you see the IG page on the bottom. Go ahead and
Yeah,
click
the
on
bottom.
the IG page and
Hey,
check that out.
hey, man, y'all,
Hey,
hey,
but they can
y'all make
definitely
sure.
check it out on, my IG, man. M_Atkins_living. I try to keep everybody in the mix a little bit of what I got going on, in my life, man. I also, me and my cousins, kind of like a little family business. We got a dog kennel. We breed Frenchies as
Seen that.
well.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, I'm just putting my stamp down in a little bit of everything, trying to just keep something coming, keep
One of
something
them gonna hit.
consistent. Huh?
One of them gonna hit.
Oh,
I'm gonna hit.
one I'm
One
gonna
of them
hit, all
gonna
of
hit.
them gonna hit. You know what I'm saying? All of them might hit, and that's the main thing. Just you got to have multiple. You know what I'm saying? You got to have multiple streams. You gotta figure out a way to make that happen in order to really be able to build and have a generational type of atmosphere going on with your family. When it comes money wise.
What we
But
calling it, man, it's the success after basketball.
Exactly. Well, I'm trying, man. I'm trying to put the marbles down, and just trying to build for my family, man, and my little one, man, and hopefully we can have these kids grow into a better life than we had growing up. You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying mine was bad, but I just want it better
Just
for
want it
her.
better, bro.
You know what I'm
Gotta.
saying? So, but yeah, man. Hey, man. My life is good right now. Even though I had this little injury, that ain't slow me down. I'm gonna keep a smile on my face, keep chucking at everything I can and want to. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, bro. Man, listen, man. Well, you already know, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, my, like I say, one of the deals I hate, just it was a period of time in my life, and I tell Cam this as well, that it was a period of time where I lost. I ain't gonna say I lost touch. I always touch him, like say, because he always looked up to me as a brother. But I didn't get an opportunity just to really build that relationship with you. You know what I'm saying? As you were
Right.
growing up, even though I was there looking.
Right.
But just like I would tell you, like I tell anybody, man, if you need me for anything, man, like you got my number, you got my contact, bro. Any way I can support you, anything I can do it. I know, Cam had the same sentiments as well, bro. Just know, man, you got two brothers, man, that's right here behind you, man, that got you back, bro, on anything that you do, man. So, man, from skinny to pebble, man. Hey, we appreciate you from blessing the 94 feet stage, man. It means the world to us, bro. We definitely appreciate it, man. So, hey, this is Skinny to Pebble, 94 feet.
Tatum, man. Cam Tatum, 94 feet. Manny Atkins, my brother. I appreciate you, man.
All right, man. I appreciate y'all having me, man. I really do, man. I enjoyed it. I ain't gonna lie, this is my first podcast, so you know what I'm saying? Y'all definitely took the cobwebs off and then broke that barrier for me, so it was fun. I enjoyed it, man, and I'm glad y'all had me on there, man. I enjoyed y'all boys, man. Y'all like brothers to me, man.
Hopefully you'll have many more, man, with the success in your music, acting. Hopefully you'll have many more, man. So
I appreciate you, brother.
When you get on the Breakfast Club and you be like, hey, man, my first interview is 94 feet, man. So
Facts. Definitely gonna show that love for sure.
Hey, man, if you need a stunt double too, man, you know what I'm saying? Call Skinny to Pebble, man. I usually do it for The Rock. You know what I'm saying?
The crazy thing is, man, it's funny, man. Like some of the scenes I've seen for BMF, the way they do it, it's funny. They had a little stunt double for one of the guys in there. That's a nice little role. You make a good little penny being the stunt double.
Told you, Cam. Skinny to Pebble, stunt double.
You good little penny doing that stunt double. I ain't gonna lie.
Okay.
You risking your life. Look. At the end of the day, it's anything that consists of your it's a chance that you can get hurt or injured or the check goes up. For real. With them stunts, the check goes up. I'm telling you.
Gotta pay the Pebble. 94 feet. We out.
Yes.